Okay guys, Double R back in the garage here. It's Saturday, May 16th. It's about 11:45 here. Coming up on 11:45. It's time to get started back on the Camaro. We're gonna start on that trunk pan finally. So just trying to get motivated here. We've got to get the shackles installed on the car. Right there's the shackles. And we've got to prep the underside for the weld through primer. And then we'll be working on finding the jack bracket locations for the trunk. Right here are the brackets that secure the jack. KT, if you're watching, I appreciate the recommendation on the jack. I finally picked up a new one yesterday. And I believe this one is really nice. I like the feel of it. It looks heavy duty. When I got back in town, I did some work on my daily driver, my Silverado, and had to rotate the tires and oil change and all that good stuff. And this one was really struggling on the front of that truck. It lifted the back fine, but on the front of it, it was really struggling. It was to the point that I didn't even want to jack it up anymore because I just felt like something was going to bust inside of it. But this one should serve me well. So I really do appreciate that recommendation. Come from Northern Tool. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. And as I get some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. Hey guys, it's Saturday. It's about 3:30. And I've been working on getting those shackles put on the car, and I kind of made a mistake. I made a bad mistake, I believe. When I removed those, it took all the preload that was originally on the car off, and when I put them back on, where I've got the car cut down so much, I couldn't get the leaf springs off of the frame rails. And I tried everything and come to the conclusion there's just not enough weight on the back of the car now. So I ended up putting the car, putting it back on the ground on the wheels. I could get the leaf springs off of the frame rails if I grabbed them both and pushed down with pressure. They would come off of it. So that's when I concluded that I just didn't have enough weight on the car. So then I kind of got a little nervous and went ahead and fitted up the trunk pan one more time. I actually removed the shackles again because, as I was noticing, if you could actually put it in a bind and cause the frame rails to twist. So I went ahead and removed them. I decided, well, let's take them off, and that way the frame rails are just sitting there like they normally would be. And then the test fit the trunk pan just like that, because that's one thing I do not want is those frame rails to be in a bind and then try to weld that trunk pan to the frame rails. So what I've done is, like I said, I've taken them back off, and I got the trunk pan sitting in the car one more time, and everything lined up just like it was originally. All my alignment holes and all my marks that I made for the plug welds, on the inner fenders. So that makes me feel pretty good. It's kind of a mistake on my part. What I should have done is waited to repair that shackle area when the car was on the rotisserie. Only thing, it would have been a little tight there because the trunk pan would have been in place, but that's probably what I should have done, but it's too late for that now. So let me show you the car. Like I said, I've got the trunk pan setting back on the inner structure and the frame rails, and you can see I've got my screws back in the original holes that I originally had them in. Everything's lining up. these are my marks here, and they're lining up. It's got to be pushed down a little bit, but as I push them down, you can see where they line up. Same thing on this side, everything looks good, so. Still got to figure out the jack placement, and I still got to prep the underside for weld through primer. So I guess that's a pretty big mistake on my part. I should have left them alone for now. And I don't know how it's going to affect the rest of the project because I wanted the car on the suspension. I guess what I'm thinking, and I'm going to throw this out there at YouTube and you guys that's had cars tore down that deal with this all the time, let me know what you think. I'm thinking about going ahead and weld my trunk pan in like it is. That way I get the frame rails pulled up evenly to the trunk pan, puts the structure back in the car. And then what I can do is I can go ahead and maybe put them shackles on once that's done. But I will have to probably put some type of load over the frame rails. I'm guessing get me some sandbags or some concrete or something in the bags. And I'm figuring maybe 200 pounds over each rail. And then maybe I can do it. I don't know. Just asking a question there, what you guys think. And like I said, I don't know. This really upsets me a little bit, but maybe it's no big deal. I don't know. So, which I didn't realize I was going to tear this thing down that far when I got into it. I guess doing it, if I was to do it over again, I'd probably build a jig to put the car on. So that's probably the professional way of doing it. So. And I believe I'd been all right if I hadn't pulled them things loose because they were already torqued and everything. And I went back and looked at some of my pictures, like when I did the sandblasting of the car, the trunk was out of the car, the shocks was off, and basically had the car sitting on the axles on jack stands. And looking at some of the pictures, I probably had probably 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of space in between the frame rail and the shackle bushings. But, well, the leaf spring itself. But once I've disturbed that preload, the leaf springs are actually sitting right on the frame rail. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at with the project. Today's kind of been a bust. So. Yeah, I couldn't hardly get motivated anyway. It's the first day back in the garage, and last time I was out of town for work, it was like this. It took me a while to get back in my rhythm. So, but anyway, let me know what you guys think, and we'll go on from there. I appreciate it. See you.